If you like what you hear, then consider supporting our podcast. Every listener that supports us for $9.99 a month will be entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win a free gift. So become a supporter today. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is April 29th, 2020, and today I want to chit-chat about choices and free will. Friends, I feel like this is something that we struggle with, so I just want to take a little time to get a little bit more familiar with this concept of free will. And hopefully it blesses and encourages you today, all right? So here we go. So what is free will? So, a sister was going and perusing through carm.org. That's CARM.org. And I did come across the blog post, What is Free Will? Written by Matt Slick. So you guys can take a look at that whenever you get a chance. But basically, to give you guys a quick definition, it is the ability to make choices without outside coercion. So, basically there are two main views of this. The first is called combattalism. And with that point of view, the belief is that you can only choose what is in your nature. So, you can only choose what your nature will allow you to choose. So if you have a sinful nature, then you're going to make sinful choices, basically. And then there's also the idea of libertarian. That point of view is that, you're not restricted to your sinful nature and that you can choose to accept God freely. So, when you're taking a look at that blog post, or if you do any research or whatever like that, you're going to probably find some verses that somewhat support both of these ideas. So which is it, I'm sure people probably heard like predestination and all these things. So on one hand, you're like, well, do I really have choices? Because apparently God knows what I'm going to choose, right? So I know that's probably one of those questions as well. If God knows our free will choices, do we still have free will? Well, short answer, I would think so. Like it says, why not? Just because God knows the choices that we're going to make doesn't mean we're not free to make the choice. However, upon doing my little research again, you guys can take some time out on your own to really, really go deeper into this whole concept and idea of your free will. However, I got a little bad news. Okay, well, according to these notes, friends, the bad news is that the biblical position on this more so lines up with combattalism. Basically, the thing is, it's like unbelievers are restricted to making sinful choices. You can go deeper into reading verses and things about this again in that post. So that is the bad news. So I guess, if you want to live in sin, you're going to continue to live in sin. But there's a but, people. The good news is, through God's grace and the person of Jesus, we are redeemed and regenerated. So that means we can choose to freely follow God's will, and more can be found about that in John 3:3-8, as well as Corinthians 5:17. So you guys can take a look at those verses and see more about that information. So all I would say, friends, is, I know that there's a lot of choices out there. You may be, confused about what to do, X, Y, and Z. Maybe this whole concept of what I'm talking about with free will is even more confusing now that you've listened to this. I don't know. So again, I would take the time to kind of study and show yourself approved. Don't just listen to me. Go check it out for yourselves. And, if you can come up to your own conclusions. However, I'm thinking, and it's just me. I'm just thinking. we got this good news. Jesus did what he did. And, if we really want to be free, then we need to choose to trust in Jesus. Now, hey, you got the free will not to. You don't have to, but I think it would behoove all of us to trust in Jesus, But hey, again, let's go ahead and get into the Bible verse of today. So the Bible verse of today is Psalms 56:3, and it says, "What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee." Well, I will let that marinate with you all, friends. I hope that you guys are encouraged now that you know a little bit more about your free will. I hope that you exercise it in the way of the Lord. Yes, friends. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so, so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. And I hope to talk to you all later if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.